Hello guys, what is up? And today we're going to be playing some Geometry Dash. This is my first video in a while, so I'm glad to be uploading again. Today we're going to be doing a really random video. We're going to be buffing this level called Years. So, I think it's from one of those like knockoff Geometry Dashes. I'll like put it up on the screen, but we're just going to be buffing this level because why not? And I just wanted to do it as a random video. So, let's hop into the editor right now. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is with this structure, we're just going to completely copy and paste this. Now that we have this sort of thingy, I love straight fly, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the most evil thing ever. We're just going to put two spikes like that. So now, let's see this gap. So you have to go right through this gap, which look at how hard this is. Look at that. That's freaking hard. So we're keeping that. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is just keep on with the straight fly trend. Maybe put some more straight fly right here. Really unoriginal, but like, everybody needs some straight fly in a level, right? You know? There we go. Now we got a really hard structure to fly through. I know this level's kind of poop because I'm really bad at buffing or creating levels, but let's just go on with the. Okay, next I'm gonna do saw blade section, and we're just gonna plop a saw blade right there. Add a few more real quick. And I think that's looking good. So, okay, next thing we're going to buff the pillar here. You already know what I got to do to it. Bam, now we got another straight fly pillar. Now we have another straight fly. Holy crap. Now we have another straight fly pillar. For this section, we're just going to do something real simple. Take the saw blade, move it, boom. Now you got a straight fly through this, and I'm going to do something with that part. Let me just finish this part up real quick. Okay, so now we have a straight fly part where you have to straight fly through there. So that should be a little bit difficult, hopefully. Now this part. I just love straight fly, so we're just gonna keep on doing that a little. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now we have a straight fly, but as you can see, this is pretty easy right now. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna put some little saw blades in here so you got a straight fly through it. Scale this down, plop it, and right there in the middle, sure, why not? So then you got a straight fly really tight through this. So you got really easy straight fly, and then you go boom really hard. So that's with that part. Pretty easy. Now we got these pillars. So I'm pretty sure these things like move or something, I think. So to make this less complicated, I'm just going to take the move trigger out. Frick that. I just want to buff it without the stupid moves. So here we go. Just going to put some spikes up here like I usually do. But this time, we are going to put a mini portal right here. So now, we have to make these gaps really tight. So let's just get on with that. Okay, so we made these gaps really tight. Look at that, and look at this one. They're very tight. But there's still some free room here, so we got to do something about that. Okay, there we go. Now we have it. So this next part, holy easy straight fly. We really need to make this a lot more tighter. So instead of making this tighter, I'm just going to add a little bit of ship control that you're going to have to do. So you're going to have to go up here, block off any secret way. Then we're just going to do something really simple. Copy this. It's going to make you go up here, and then you got to go down. So I don't even know if this is possible. It's probably not, but yeah. Okay, now come to think of it, I'm pretty sure this is impossible. So we're just going to move that like that, so you have to go in between the saw. Now this part. This part doesn't really look like a shit part. Like, look at this. Looks like something different. So yeah, if you were thinking what I was thinking, we're just going to put a wave portal there and call it a day. Okay, now we have to actually make some gameplay, so let's go. So this is what I've got so far. Really tight, like VSC kind of gaps. So the next part we're going to do is, I'm lazy, so we're just going to do some mini wave spam. So let's just get to work, so. I don't know what the hell is going on with this saw blade, but he's tweaking. Okay, so I don't really care. We're just going to add a 3x speed portal, and it's going to be the worst transition ever, but it's alright. Okay, so now it's time for this part, which this is just calling for straight fly. That's what we're going to do. Again, because this level is basically all ship. Alright, here we go. So we've made this devious part where you have to go in between here and not hit this black orb, so that's really hard. May as well add some extra saw blades while I'm here, make it a little bit harder. Now we're on to this part with these weird block things. First, I'm just going to take all the groups out of these first. One sec. Okay, now that all the groups are taken out, we can start buffing this. So the first thing that I'm probably going to do is I'm just going to make a bunch of black orbs that you can't hit or you just die. So you don't want to hit these or you're dead. So we're just going to put them in every single one of these circle spots. Okay, so now that we put every single black orb, now we're going to start buffing this part so you can't just go under here and skip all of them. First, obviously, we got to buff these by putting spikes on each one. And boom, last spike. Now that we have spikes on all of them, we're going to start planting saw blades everywhere so you cannot skip the black orbs right here. Just so there's no swag routes. Okay, so this is it. It looks horrendous, but it's fine. And hopefully we could do this. So that's that buff. And now we're on to the last part of the level, which should be interesting. So this time, I'm not going to remove the move triggers. I'm just going to change them up. 50. So now these two structurals will move up, and these things will make it harder. So now we're just going to buff these things. Spike on here, 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 here. So now that we have all of our weird structure thingies, I'm just gonna put some mini saw blades to make it even more difficult. Mini saw blades. Yep. I'm just gonna put a mini saw blade there, mini saw blade there, and I think since it'll get super tight, it'll be like impossible. So we probably shouldn't add any more. So that's it. Here is a showcase of this crappy buffed level. Here you go. Hello, me editing the video. I just wanted to say that I changed a few things in the level because it was physically impossible. Try to guess what things I changed in this crappy level, but yeah. Okay, here's a showcase now. Thank you so much if you're this far watching the video. I really appreciate you watching. But for now, peace out. Have a great rest of your day.